A Twitter from the Atlantic by Barrie Mahoney. Energy Island. We hear a lot about global warming, renewable energy and climate change nowadays. The need seems to be clear enough, but as yet only around 12.9% of the energy supply required by the world comes from renewable sources. Of that, about half comes from the burning of wood for heat and cooking in developing countries, which causes other problems. In addition, these sources are not always renewable because they depend upon new trees being planted, which is often overlooked. The fastest growing technology is solar electric power, yet this continues to be the most expensive option and will continue to be so for several more years. The good news is that a recent report on climate change says that renewable technologies could provide 80% of the world's energy needs in the next 30 years or so. However, there is a solution close to hand than we may think, and that solution is just a few hops across the water to one of our beautiful islands, El Hierro, which was once known as Fire Island. El Hierro gained its original name of Fire Island from its origins of volcanic eruptions many years ago. And although volcanic activity has now gone, the natural earth forces of water and wind remain. These power sources are now due to be harnessed, so that by 2012 this small island in the Atlantic will be the first to be able to generate all of its electricity needs from sources that are renewable. There's plenty of wind on El Hierro, and visitors will have noticed that the reason that most plants and trees seem to be suffering from osteoporosis is that they've become bent by its force. There's enough rain to meet the needs of the 10,700 inhabitants of the island, and the 5 wind turbines in the northeast of the island will produce enough electric power to supply all of the island's energy needs, as well as pumping water from a reservoir near the harbour to a bigger reservoir at a higher level within a volcanic crater. So what if there's no wind? Well, in that case, water is released from the higher reservoir through the pipes that will drive hydraulic turbines to create electric energy. Therefore, electricity can be produced by water or wind. Clever stuff. The project in El Hierro is the first that does not use electricity produced from traditional methods, and it contributes to moving the island towards being totally self-sufficient. When the project is completed in 2012, this renewable energy project will produce 3 times the island's needs for electricity, including electricity for 60,000 tourists who visit the island each year. Also, when there's a surplus of electricity produced, this will be used for 3 desalination plants to convert seawater into fresh water for irrigation. In 2012, the oil-fired electricity power station that currently produces electricity for the island will close, reducing carbon emissions and saving on the cost of importing 6,000 tonnes of oil each year. Although this renewable energy project will have cost 65 million euros, future income from this energy source will eventually repay this investment, cover future maintenance and replacement costs, and still make a profit. This project alone means that the island will meet 100% of its energy needs by 2015. But El Hierro has launched other sustainability projects too. The island is mainly agricultural and is a leader in organic farming, as well as in projects that convert sewage into fertilizer and methane. Even more energy savings are planned after 2012 by replacing all the cars on the island with electric vehicles. And although the investment costs for charging terminals and purchasing the vehicles will need a similar investment to the wind energy project, this would be repaid in 10 years, assuming that drivers are charged the same price as for petrol. Yes, there is always a catch. If you enjoyed this Twitter, have a look at my website, www.barriemahoney.com, and thank you for listening.